Hey there folks, JayborinoPlays here, welcome back. It's Legacy of Lordaeron, a custom campaign for Warcraft 3. We are in the Scarlet Monastery. This is still technically Mission 1 of the campaign, but it's split into several submaps. So we've only just entered the Monastery. We have to kill 5 bosses, and I believe this is meant to be set up pretty much just like
I'm listening.
the original World of Warcraft instance for Scarlet Monastery, which is pretty neat. I think once we get a Doomguard, we're going to have to dispel all this magic because this is a problem. I got to be making sure I get some ooze out. All right, Doomguard, dispel D. Go ahead and dispel the inner fire. And at the priest are out of mana, they can no longer cast it. Nope, they're still casting it. No problem. Yeah, Blizzard is not going to be useful. We also have Rain of Fire. Because we have so many summons, I don't think it's ever going to be a good idea to use AoE, because it's gonna do more damage to our own stuff. Excellent. All right, there's Generator 1. Break the crates, I guess. Only downside, not really downside, is that, again, I'm holding on to some junk on Murphist. I guess I could always just drop this stuff in the stash with the expectation that we'll sell it. But I'll try to remember to, like, okay, he's got a health stone, he's got a scroll of healing, and a pot of mana if we're running Immolation Aura. So we got to make sure to use these because he's most prone to dying because he's only level 2.
My talents are yours.
Okay, and unfortunately we have to just walk back here because the only thing we could warp to is the Resurrection Stone and/or our stash. I think as we walk by the stash, I'll at least drop off the Town Portal Scroll, because I definitely won't be using that. I don't need it. I have Mass Teleport on Jay.
That was my plan.
So at least drop that, and once we get back to Undercity or wherever there is a stash near a vendor, we can sell it. So that at least opens up one slot, because I presume that there are going to be, all these bosses will drop something. If we're lucky, I'm kind of hoping that they'll drop tomes, but, you know, who can say? We'll find out. We'll definitely finish the monastery this time, unless it is so absurdly hard that I have to leave and come back. What do we got here? Scroll of Protection. Might as well make sure we're prepared to use that at some point as we're pushing in. Alright. Seems like there tends to be a lot of casters behind all this stuff. We can get oozes out. Just make sure we're using Felson's abilities. Smack this guy around. Doom is out. Stomp here. Cripple the Knights. Dispel. Inner Fire.
Let's get going.
Okay, now Jay doesn't have any particularly good heals, which is unfortunate. I guess Murphist, I mean, he's a Deathstalker, so he's technically undead? I guess? I don't really know. So that's why he can be healed by the Elixir of Death. I'm not really clear on that, but it doesn't really matter to me. He can be healed. One way or another, it kind of works. I don't know what this is. This usually, like, stand on the things.
That was my plan.
I await
And then the thing goes up.
Excellent.
That did not do it. So I guess we'll just continue onwards instead.
Indeed.
I also have a really good ult on Felson if we ever really need it, but we haven't really needed it. It doesn't feel like there's much rhyme or reason to how these units are placed. They're just kind of placed. They're just smacked down all over the place with no real rhyme or reason. It's not. I think maybe they could be placed in a way to give them more of a tactical advantage and make the player have to think more about how they approach each engagement. For now, though, I'm pretty comfortable just walking in and just auto-attacking into them. That probably raises the bridge. If I had to guess, go ahead and stomp here. Just, you know, cripple someone before you die.
I await your command.
I just keep getting more and more of these ads out. These don't do a lot of damage, and it's normal damage, not chaos damage. If they did chaos damage, that'd be excellent. Here, go ahead and hit this, buddy. See, it didn't move my camera that time.
I must hunt soon.
Here, do this, and this, and this, and this. There we go. At least we used it.
A fateful choice. Yes, right away.
Crates? No crates.
Indeed.
Again, that must have reacted. It did raise this, which looks like it'll probably lead to an item.
That sounds logical. In the Lich King's name.
So we didn't even need to go down there in the first place.
Yes, right away. That sounds logical.
Potion of Restoration? I mean... Oh, wait, no, it's the generator. Huh, okay. Well, that was pretty straightforward. Potion of Restoration is legitimately good, so I'm glad we picked that up. Let's look and see what's up here. Well, at least it moves your camera back automatically. I don't know what this could be up here. This looks like a whole little separate area.
Await your command.
Stop doing that. Stop it. I guess the evasion on him is pretty good, admittedly. I'll give it that. Didn't I have a really good... I should give him this. The skull. The skull is going to be so much better on him.
That was my plan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I keep thinking if someone's going to die, it's going to be Murphist, so we might as well make sure he's in better straits. Chemical Rage for sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now he's rocking some good HP, even though he's got a low level, but still, this is good.
That sounds logical.
Iron Gate? Where is this taking me? I feel like I wanted to go through the middle, but now we're like in a whole separate
My talents.
area.
Yes, right away.
Is there a purpose to me being up here, or maybe this connects to the middle? I don't know. Let's just continue auto-attacking our way through. It seems like we'll be fine no matter what. Just keep using Chemical Rage.
Talents are yours. Greetings. Is there something amiss?
Got some scrolls here. I guess as we come across the bosses, we should use those.
Indeed.
Which is now. Scroll of Protection it up. Mana Burn this guy. Yeah, Mana Burn this guy. And then let's actually Rain of Fire back here. Heal. Let's use your ultimate. It's the wrong person. Let's use your ultimate. And cripple the boss. I've been waiting for a real challenge. We're going to stun you.
I await your command.
Ow. We need another Doomguard out. There's so many enemies here, and I really can't tell where my heroes are and the enemy heroes are. Just cripple the hero, please. Use the Pot of Restoration. Shadow Bolt him. Let's link some damage. That'll help. And then grab these guys out so that we can mana burn this guy. We burned his ultimate, and we've killed most of the casters. This was sloppy, but it worked. And there's some runes on the ground, so that'll get us back up to full here soon enough. Okay, yeah, and his mana is burned. Yeah, these Felguards, again, against bosses are pretty darn good with the mana burn, for sure, if you can keep them alive. Herod's Shoulder increases armor and health. That opened the middle gate. Oh, so we would have had to kill him anyway first. Cool. Okay, so this is definitely going to go on
You thought of that.
Murphist. Increases armor by the hero by 2 and hit points by 150. You know, could be better, but that's fine. So we're stacking health and armor on Murphist because he's frontline, even though he's agility-based.
Let's get going.
Jay's got, like, all-around stats, plus the spell book.
My talents are yours.
And then Felson,
Is there something?
I guess the Staff of Silence would have been perfect there. We could have silenced the priests in the back, but whatever. We may come across some more challenging enemy engagements further up. We want to make sure Doom is up as well as Carrion Swarm, or whatever it's called here, Locust Swarm. Is there a difference? Carrion Swarm? No, Carrion Swarm is the Shockwave undead equivalent. It's not all the little buzzy buzzers.
Fateful choice.
All right.
Yes, right away.
Yes.
Indeed.
Quick save. We're like halfway through the monastery. And we got 4 more bosses we have to find and destroy, so. I wonder if you could destroy these walls and kind of like cheese your way around the outside. You probably just get trapped. If all the bosses are dropping items, I'm looking forward to that. Felson's got some space to carry stuff.
Let's get get going.
Okay, Doom is up, which means we can use it on an upcoming engagement.
Is there something else?
I feel like if I would have picked a strength hero, it would have been a perfect... It would have been a perfect grouping here. All right, there's a ton of enemies here. I'd love to wait for Locust Swarm. It might be up in the middle of this engagement, so we'll quick save.
I'm listening.
I'd like to start with a Doom.
Greetings.
Let's increase that stun.
I've been thinking. Yes, right
Let's just pull a group of these guys. Will they all come to us?
You called.
Okay, we can pull them in chunks, which
I
is
await your command.
mildly unfair in our favor, but like I'm not gonna complain. Let's just let these guys do their thing. Yeah, as our stuff gets surrounded, it's a lot of damage, but I mean Felson can heal through it for the most part. What do we do? 600 here? Yeah, that's gonna get Murphist back up pretty high. Is this guy? Yeah, okay, so these are the equivalent of Spellbreakers. They're immune to magic.
What is it now? That was my
Yeah, that's a nice little bump.
called. A fateful choice.
And then we'll just grab this group. Maybe the boss will come this time. All right, let's carry and swarm now.
Let's get going.
And down goes all of our mana as usual. That's fine. He doesn't have much mana. Stomp. And then dispel all of this. Oh, they mind-controlled my, they mind-controlled one of my Felguards.
I'm listening.
Okay, please stop. Please stop. I guess we want to stun him out of this. It worked. Rune of Mana is actually exactly what I need right now. Stop doing that. You will not defile these mysteries. Mysteries. Alright, we got rid of all the other enemies. We could have pulled them separately, but I wanted a little bit more of a challenge, so I just ran right into them rather than pulling them to me. Arcanist Doan is smoked. Gone. Illusionary Rod. Grants nearby friendly units a bonus of mana regeneration speed. Also allows the hero to spell all magical effects in a target area.
Let's get going.
Alright.
No problem.
Seems pretty good to me.
Absolutely.
I've been thinking.
Alright, is Doom
I
back
await
up?
your command.
Just
Is
about.
there something amiss? A fateful choice.
Looks like we've got a few different ways to go now. Alright, that's like permanently locked. It'll probably open as we kill the other bosses, because we got, what, 2 more bosses? 3 more bosses. Reynault or Sally are probably the last one, but I can't really be sure there. Nice, we're doing good damage now. I like that we have a permanent dispel as well. That's going to be useful.
My talents are yours. Greetings, you called.
Is there a purpose to this room?
That sounds logical.
Nothing is selectable, so I guess not. Alright, let's go this way first. Mana, maybe a problem. Do I have any sort of mana regeneration? I mean, I've got the Illusionary Rod, so the extra mana regeneration is good. Is she affected by it? Also, yeah, so it's basically level 1 Brilliance Aura, is my understanding of that.
That sounds logical.
I'm listening. Excellent.
Okay. Alright, let's get this show. I like how if you doom an enemy, it counts as like aggression towards the enemies behind them, even though you don't have any unit that's actually close to them. Yeah, this is a pretty big instance for like a Warcraft 3 submap for being what is essentially a dungeon as opposed to its own area. There's a little cave here, so we could probably cut through somewhere. I guess I'll check that first. What could this be?
A fateful choice.
Let's see where this takes us. It might just be a cut through to the other side.
Indeed.
Or it's nothing.
That sounds
Let's get
logical.
going. No
Let's
problem.
make sure we check it specifically with
Absolutely.
our hero.
I've been thinking.
Huh. I don't know. I don't know what that's meant to be.
Indeed. Yes, right away.
I guess let's just push onwards.
My talents are yours. A fateful.
Looks like we're close to another boss.
Yes, right away.
How long do we have on Doomguard? Pretty long. And we've got Locust Swarm up. These are just like low level. That's weird. But these are in the Scarlet Crusade area. I guess Blood Mage Thalnos makes sense for being the boss in this area. Like, he's working with the undead. That's why he's a blood mage. I don't really know. I'm making this up, man. Cages. Can't break them. There's Blood Mage Thalnos. We should kill the units around him. Hello, my friend. We hunger for vengeance. All right, come to me, please. Perfect. All right, get in there. Stun him.
I'm listening.
Stun him again. Oh, we stunned him out. Oh, perfect. We stunned him out of using that in the first place. Cripple him. We can keep things perpetually stunned with Shadow Bolt and Skewer, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, it seems like this guy's main thing would have been, well, Purge right there, but Flame Strike. Nice. Attacks can slow enemies. All right, so we have an orb here,
Is there something amiss?
an orb here.
Greetings. You thought of that?
Now we have an orb here. Okay, so everyone's got an orb. If I were to get rid of one, it'd probably be the Orb of Frost, because that is overlapping with the slowing effect. And we effectively just picked up an Orb of Slow, which is kind of, you know, whatever. Yeah, it slows their attack rate. Also increases intelligence by 4, so I'm going to flip the Searing Blade with the Orb of the Forgotten Seer. So let's do this, and then this. The AoE damage, I think, makes more sense on a melee hero anyway, because they're most likely to be attacking things that are clumped up. I think. I mean, they're going to be more likely to be surrounded, so yeah, that's what they're definitely more likely to be hitting stuff that's clumped up. He also attacks quite quickly, so that 20% proc is more likely with him. No point in warping anywhere. It wouldn't get us anywhere faster. So I guess we'll come over here. It looks like maybe there's another door here, so we have to kill the 2 outermost bosses first. Again, I would have expected Mograine or Whitemane to be the last boss. I think in the old instance, you'd kill Mograine and then Whitemane would resurrect him, and then you had to fight them both. But again, that was in the old version of Scarlet Monastery. Maybe it's still the same. I really don't know. Before Ashbringer was like a big part of the game, it was like a drop off of the 4 Horsemen in Naxxramas, like the original old Naxxramas in Eastern Plaguelands that barely anyone ever ran before Burning Crusade came out, and
Let's get going.
And it was an extremely rare drop, and it was the Corrupted Ashbringer. And if you brought it to Scarlet Monastery, there's a special encounter. It doesn't exist anymore, but like I don't know. It was such a unique thing to think about. Ah, God, stop! You know what it is? It's the abbots. They can take control of summon units, I think, but not the Doomguard because it has resistant skin. Now, lucky for me, my Felguards, they don't have much HP. So they're, you know, them getting taken control of is no big deal. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff that was in the like original WoW and like Burning Crusade days. And I think that's the kind of stuff that people are a bit nostalgic for, is like extremely rare hidden stuff that you can only get if you're like extremely devoted to the game and put in like an unconscionable amount of time into it. And that sort of forces a social aspect in finding other people that do that also. You know, typically, a lot of introverted people are like forced to socialize in that way. Like, oh, we want to kill the green dragons that come out near the portals. In where was that? One was in Feralis, and one was in Darkshire. Like those, I think, don't exist anymore. But like the Scepter of the Shifting Sands quest line, that was like insanely cool and extremely strange and extremely rare to get a group of people together who could actually all work together to do that, and then go out into the middle of the ocean and kill Maws. You need like a full group to kill the dragons, and then you had to raid Blackwing Lair and do certain things at certain times, like you had to do it under a time limit. It's like so cool that I don't think that stuff really exists anymore to the level of rarity and complexity that it used to, at least. We'll never see another like Encourage Gates opening. But like events like that were like hugely community building, and that's what people I think are a bit nostalgic for. But at the same time, again, I'll use the word unconscionable again, in like most people couldn't experience it anyway because they couldn't put in that much time to play the game. Not many people could even bother with it. Does that mean it shouldn't exist in the game at all, though? I think there needs to be an area in between where you could say, like, this stuff can exist, and it's for the people, I guess, that are willing to put in that much time, but nobody should be, I guess is what I'm kind of tongue-in-cheek saying here. Nobody should be willing to put in that amount of time. But, regardless, you know, have that stuff in there, but also keep all the newer quality of life and mechanical improvements that they've put in place that do benefit people that are on more of a limited time schedule. You know, keep all that stuff, but then bring back the really wacky, complex stuff that used to exist, because I think that that's, I mean, that was really something special.
Indeed.
Okay, there's White Mane. Let's use Locust Swarm. Trying to click these guys, and let's mana burn. Oh my god. We need a stunner out of this. Got a stunner out of this. Okay, it worked. Let's see if we can chain stunner. Let's put on Immolation Aura.
Let's get going.
Okay, stunner again. Basically at Starfall. If you didn't have a stun, you'd be kind of screwed here. All right, good. We got another level on Murphist. Murphist. Critical strike. What'd you drop for me, Sally? Hand of Righteousness. Blocks negative spells and increases attributes and mana regeneration speed.
I'm listening.
Sounds good for my main character.
No problem.
So it's a circlet. I mean, this isn't very good. The mana regeneration speed is good, but it may not stack with the Brilliance Aura, so it's kind of hard to say if this is good. I would, of the unique items available to me, that one is sort of sellable. Oh, there's a Resurrection Stone right here. Okay, let's head back, and we are going to go and fight Reynault Mograine next. So my understanding is, if you bring the Corrupted Ashbringer to Scarlet Monastery, it, like, summons in his father, who he killed, and then his father's ghost murders him for betraying him. I don't really know the details, but it's something like that. You could look it up on one of the World of Warcraft wikis.
Greetings.
Let's get going.
All right. I guess we'll want to be using our scrolls here. Okay, let's quick save. Is the boss, like, right inside here? No, there's a bunch of stuff. Okay, so let's, Doom here. Ah! Why? Why is there a flesh golem here?
I await your command.
Okay, mana burn here. Heal yourself. Felson doesn't have his ultimate. He'll be okay. We're good now. I'm just keeping an eye on my heroes, really. My Doomguard's in the back, distracting. Again, heal my main jam hero here. I don't know why there's just a flesh golem here. Just hanging out. That may be a challenge to kill. My Doomguard, again, in the back, doing its thing. Okay, cool. Oh, they killed my Doomguard, actually. All right, we gotta kill this gentle fellow. There we go. And we're kind of trapped in here. We gotta get a surround on this thing. There we go. Burn the mana. Let him hit my summons. Murphist hitting the spearman in the back. Okay, good. We got him. Rune of Restoration. It sounds perfect.
I'm listening.
I kind of want to wait for Doom. Sort of my main ability here. It's not that long of a cooldown. It's long enough. It's probably worth just going.
Yes, right away. What is it now?
Murphist getting close to his ultimate, but not quite there.
I've been thinking.
Felson's got Locust Swarm up, though, so that'll be useful. Nothing really else. I think that we should use maybe the Scroller Protection. I don't want to fight uphill, so I'm just going to kind of, like, duck in here and then run away.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah. That area just looks swamped with enemies, so it's definitely going to be worth... Oh, dear. Okay. We definitely want to kill as many of these knights as possible before we engage directly on top of the boss. So this is fine. Here, let's doom... Oh, it's not quite... Yeah, now it's ready. Just doom one of them. That'll also kill him a little bit faster for us. I quite like Chemical Rage. It's just an all-around good ability. There we go. There we go. just so many enemies up here. Just gotta just pull them in groups. Don't steal my Felguard, you motherfucker. Let's Locust Swarm here.
I await your command.
I can't summon anything else. I can't do it. Okay, let's also Scroller Protection. I have a Staff of Silence on someone, don't I? Oh, here he comes. He's pissed. He's mad. Oh, you asshole. Stomp? Okay, this is bad. Murphist. Run. Infidels, they must be purified. He's also bubbled like an asshole. Okay, we're gonna have to just kill these guys one by one. And this guy's unfortunately bubbled, so he's probably gonna stay bubbled for a while. As many of these other assholes that we can kill in the meantime is fine. I may have to run. Okay, heal here.
Let's get going.
Yeah, kill these guys before they can steal my units. Rune of Lesser Healing. All right, he has no mana left. And neither do any of his casters, so we're pretty much fine. We can keep him mostly stun-locked, and we can burn whatever mana he has left. Okay, this'll work. Not much healing that needs to be done, so we just... Link. We can even doom someone in the back here. There we go. All right, goodbye, Reynolds. Goodbye, Scarlet Crusade. Nice. Aegis of the Scarlet Commander. Use the portal to teleport directly to the exit. How convenient. The Shield of the Scarlet Crusade Commander.
Must hunt soon. You thought of that?
Grants nearby friendly units a 10% bonus to attack damage. And increases strength by 6, armor by 5. That could go on anybody, but the extra armor goes best on a melee character, even though it's not, it's not that important, but I guess we'll put it on Murphist. All right, that's the Scarlet Monastery. Let's get out of here.
Gum, 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 gum.
Is there something amiss?
All right, let us flee.
That sounds logical. A fateful
Let us flee. And I think what I'll do is I will save. Well, I'm going to go back to Undercity and sell any garbage that I have. Then I'm going to save and turn it into Sylvanas, because I want to see where she sends us next. Because I assume that won't be the end of the map, but, just in case it is, I'd rather have saved before doing anything. We got tons of items for that, though, which is great. Where did I send us? Really weird spot. Okay, yep, and there's my town portal scroll, which I can pick up on a hero and sell. Everybody's got an orb now. Okay. There you go, Felson. All right, let's head up here, sell this, turn this into Sylvanas, and see if turning in a main quest unlocks any other side quests, because, again, it feels like there's a lot more in... Silverpine that we could have done also.
Let's get going.
Surprisingly, not a lot of money from those enemies.
What is it now?
I guess that's not that surprising, but
Greed.
Wait, did I not pick up the... He probably wasn't close enough. So of these two heroes, there's really nothing I have to sell. I'm pretty happy with all this stuff on these two. The Banshee necklace is not that great. It's the only thing that I could just sell now to get it off of my person. I might just put some of the cheaper items on Felson. He just needs to stand in the back and heal and do damage, but he doesn't never need to be up taking damage. So it's fine if we put the weaker items on him.
Sounds logical.
It does sound logical.
A fateful choice.
I'm listening.
There you go. Stacking some HP on her. Cloak of Shadows may not... Do we have anything else that gives evasion on him? No. Okay, so that's fine.
I've been thinking.
I await your command.
Here, just give this to Felson so we open up a slot. And I'm pretty happy with the rest of our setups here. Again, I think it's the Hand of Righteousness where the mana regeneration speed does not really matter to me. Okay, let me quick save, because, again, I don't expect this will end the mission, but let's just go turn this in before we go do any of the other side quests.
Let's get going.
That was a pretty tough area, though, so strikes me as sort of the end. Once again, the Scarlet Crusade failed with their silly plans. You've acted well, Jay. Now, let's just hope they don't bother us for the time being. Pardon me, Mr. Sylvanas, but I bring ill news. What is it? One of our bases of operations in Silverpine Forest reported about seeing an unlikely presence of the Worgen in the region. They also requested for your presence there, my lady. What? What do you mean by that? How did they get there? This is absurd. Don't worry, mistress. I can handle it if you don't mind. Go ahead. Okay, and that's going to send us back to Silverpine. So, yeah, I should have known. Again, I keep second-guessing this campaign, but there's always stuff to do, which is nice. Do I want to go and do the Nathanos stuff? I want to go and just check out this little area of the forest we haven't been to yet, just so I can finally uncover this flippin' part of the map.
I'm listening.
Greeting.
We have we have 4 open inventory slots. This is sellable.
I must hunt soon.
I await your command.
Honestly, the spell book, probably sellable. I don't think we really need to be siphoning mana anymore, so that's probably sellable. The Dispel is going to be always worth it. Orb of the Forgotten Seer is okay. Basically, all these items are okay. The only one that's, I think, great is Lessons of Darkmaster and the Aegis of the Scarlet Commander. That's the only stuff that I legitimately want to keep.
Indeed.
And I think this is basically nothing. It's just a way to walk through the forest. More of these wraiths! Kill them! I demand it. I demand it. Murphist, one of these days you'll get your ultimate, and you will be able to contribute much, much more. But today is not that day, my friend.
Yes, right away.
Today is not that day.
Indeed.
Indeed. Indeed. This is where the Dreadlord was, and I think I just walked past a lot of this area so that I didn't really have to worry about it.
Indeed.
This is kind of taking us down to where Nathanos is, though, eventually. I mean, it's in the general area, the general track. So we can check this out now, and then we can head over to his little cave and finish that side quest. See, like, why is this here? Doesn't that seem like that would be somewhere you would go with a quest at some point? But no, it is not. Poor Felson. He does need some HP.
I must hunt soon.
Murphys looking pretty good on the HP front. Pretty happy with that. We can ignore these guys. Don't care.
Indeed.
If I were to right-click here, what path would my heroes take? Through this town. Okay, that's unfortunate. See, and all the pre-play stuff is all level 3, so there's no clear indication of which path is a good path to take. Wait, there's a wraith. I will clear this town out.
Listening.
Like, it doesn't really give you an indication of, like, okay, like, in terms of optional areas, you want to go this place first because this is level 3 stuff, but then over here's level 5 stuff, and over here's level 7 stuff. It's just sort of all very spread out. So it kind of gives mixed signals on which directions you tend to want to go in to do stuff.
Let's get going.
I do like my summons, though. And I do like how I have a bunch of units that they have usable abilities, but it's not really super necessary to use all of them all the time.
I'm listening.
There's something liberating about that. It looks like level 8 is our max on this map, so we've reached that with 2 heroes, and by the time we're done with it, I imagine we'll be there with Murphist also. Murphist. I love it. Here, real quick, let me just make sure there's nothing up here. No. Okay. Right, don't bother with these guys. Let's get out of here.
That sounds logical.
It's very satisfying anytime he says, that sounds logical. At just the right times. Okay, and then random... Okay, these are Scourge units. We already cleared this out. This is probably leading down to Alterac, so we can do that later. Let's just right-click to the cave and try to just get into this cave where Nathanos is. We came here for a reason. Let's not forget that. Let's just, let's try to actually progress something here. What am I saying? We just went through the entire Scarlet Monastery and purged them. All right, we accomplished a lot today. Here, we'll kill the level 8 because I want the...
I await your command.
the money. What is attacking so fast? What was that? Oh, it's just the Frost Revenants both attacking. One after the other. Goodbye, ghosts. Haha! Okay, we've made it. And when we come out, we can always explore more.
Yes,
I do kind of want to just check this out real quick. Boats?
a fateful
Forsaken boats?
indeed.
Indeed.
A fateful choice.
What's this? Inferno Stone?
Greeting.
I'm listening.
When are we going to need that?
That sounds logical.
Okay, well, now we have an Infernal.
Choice.
That would have been nice against Reynold, let me tell you. That would have been so satisfying. Oh, I'm bubbled.
Something amiss.
And the second he's no longer bubbled, you just blast him with a giant flaming green rock from the sky. That would have been satisfying.
Indeed.
Let's just look around. This is a pretty
That sounds
small area surrounding this cave, so let's just uncover it all and see what there is to get. Probably
Let's get
nothing.
going. I'm listening.
Probably nothing. Haha! Give me those summons.
you called.
That's nothing. Wait, was that a... No. That was a resurrection stone.
That sounds logical. Yes, right away.
See, just like really nice looking, but again, it's more fluff, which is fine. But maybe the map doesn't need to be as large as it is if all this stuff is basically fluff. Can we even get in this area? This looks like it's completely closed off to us. Yeah, okay, so we'll never be able to see what that is. That's okay, though. Let's go into the cave. Probably have to do it with
I
my
await
main
your
hero.
command.
Enter the cave. Lordaeron tunnels. When the Scourge started to rampage Lordaeron, it was only a matter of time before they discovered these tunnels and turned into a realm of darkness. This is a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller. Spiders. Ah, Jay, I'm glad you came here. I've been doing my research here, and I've noticed something very weird about this dark place. When the Scourge made their presence, it was only a matter of time before they eventually took over these tunnels and turned them into their twisted image after releasing all kinds of monstrosities inside. We had to seal this place down to prevent whatever horror lives here from coming outside. There's a powerful revenant in the northwest. If it's true, he possesses a powerful item which could be useful for us. Let's go get him. Huh, okay. We get level 10 Nathanos, Banish, Carrion Swarm, Siphon Mana, Charm. He's a demi-hero, he doesn't have an inventory.
Where shall my blood be spilled?
Well, that's interesting. You're just giving a level 10 hero. Thanks. Thanks, game. That's a neat little thing.
Yes, master.
Huh.
Thy bidding, master.
You called.
I'm listening.
I think I'll go ahead and stop for today. When we come back, we'll clear out the cave. We'll see what Nathanos gives us, or if he maybe will just gift us that item that the Revenant will drop. But it looks like there's all sorts of different pathways to explore down here. So we got this submap, and then we're going to go back to the overworld, and then we have to make our way back to Silverpine, and then eventually to Alterac. Or we could do that in any order, really. We could do Alterac first and then Silverpine, but I'm leaning towards going back to Silverpine. That way we know that pretty much every portion of the map up through Silverpine would have been done. We will not have to return, and it should all be Alterac at that point forward, just like ogres and probably orcs if I had to guess.
My life for Nezul.
All right, coolio. Enjoying this group of submaps. There's a lot to do, which is great. It's opened up quite a bit. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.